Hello, my friend. This is Clyde. Mind your own business. John 21, verse 20 to 22 says, Then Peter, turning around, saw the disciple whom Jesus loved following, who also had leaned on his breast at the supper, and said, Lord, who is the one who betrays you? Peter, seeing him, said to Jesus, But Lord, what about this man? Jesus said to him, If I will that he remain till I come, what is that to you? You follow me. You know that it is not the most polite thing to tell someone to mind your own business, especially if they didn't mean to offend. Truth be told, there are some people who are nosy and need to be told that statement, but it does not make it any less a tough one to hear. Why is it that some people have to mind your own business? I once asked a friend of mine about what was going on in a conversation with someone else. The response? What will you do with the information? I was shocked. I was never given the answer I was expecting, but I also learned a lesson. Mind your own business. There were these two characters on Jesus' team of disciples, Peter and John. I wouldn't say they were rivals, at least I have never seen that in Scripture. They were very close to Jesus, part of the inner circle of three who had special experiences with Jesus. Peter could be considered the disciple who loved Jesus the most. He was always around, always open to protecting and defending Jesus. He was the one on the Mount of Transfiguration who suggested they build 3 tabernacles, including one for Jesus. And I could give you several other examples that show that he was really enamored by Jesus. On the other hand, John was known as the disciple who Jesus loved. It seemed he was closest to Jesus on many occasions. Remember, he was the one sitting closest to Jesus at the Last Supper, leaning on Jesus at times. Well, such were the dynamics among the disciples. On this occasion, Jesus had singled out Peter for a conversation. In that exchange, Jesus asked Peter if he loved him not once, not twice, but 3 times. That is some kind of question. But each time that he answered with a yes, Jesus gave him an additional assignment. Feed my lambs. Take care of my sheep. Feed my sheep. Peter did not resent the assignments, and Jesus went on to say some more things. I say to you, when you were younger, you girded yourself and walked where you wished. But when you are old, you will stretch out your hands, and another will gird you and carry you where you do not wish. This Jesus spoke, signifying by what death he would glorify God. And when he had spoken this, he said to him, Follow me. Jesus revealed something about Peter's future that was sobering but not horrible. But it was not the nicest thing you want to hear about your future. Jesus ended this conversation by saying to Peter, Follow me. This sounded serious, but it also sounded familiar. When Jesus first met Peter, he asked Peter to follow him with the promise that he would make Peter to become a fisher of men. Over the years, Peter might probably have developed a first-hand understanding of becoming a fisher of men. But on this occasion, Jesus simply said, Follow me. Now we come to the text. Peter looked around and saw John following them. Seriously, John? Couldn't you just let us talk without you hearing and following? Peter instantly turned to Jesus and said, Lord, what about him? Why didn't Peter ask Jesus that question about all the other guys who had been together with them on the beach that morning? Or better still, Peter should have known better than to ask about John. John's dynamics with Jesus was different. In a sense, Peter was saying that Jesus should consider giving a special assignment specifically to John as well. Don't let him get away without assigning something to him. This was when Peter got an answer that he was not expecting. Jesus said to him, If I will that he remain till I come, what is that to you? You follow me. Whoa! I did not see that coming. Peter might have said that to himself. Peter knew to expect a different answer from what you would normally hear from Jesus, but this response was way unexpected. Peter, I have plans for John, and in due course he will hear those plans. But for now, Peter, it really is none of your business whether I assign something to John or not. It doesn't work like that. You just focus on the assignment I have just given you. It is not an assignment for everyone. It is an assignment with your name written on it. All I ask of you, Peter, is to follow me. Mind your own business. Jesus was not being obnoxious or offensive. Jesus simply wanted Peter to know in that moment that the ministry ahead will have something for everyone to do. For now, focus on your assignment. Stay in your lane. Mind your own business. So, Clyde, what is it that you're getting at? As a child of God, He has a plan for each of His children. And God is not into the business of duplicating assignments and roles. God is far too creative, and He has a creative plan just for each of us. God does not need two of any one servant of God. God is a good Father, and He knows every one of us by name and character. He chose you to be a member of His family. You will soon find out that God's plan for you is different than what He has for me. And today He is saying, stay in your lane. Honor my plan for you. You don't need to compare your plan with others. You don't need to try and reproduce someone in your life. Not every pastor is called to lead a megachurch. Not every physician is going to be a celebrity doctor. Don't get jealous or envious of the next person. Whatever God has called you to do, mind your own business.